Hello everyone, welcome to Julie's Wig World. This video is on what you need to know before you buy that first wig. Wigs don't look like this anymore. You know, that wig that Nanny used to wear that wasn't that flattering and didn't really look that realistic. Today we have amazing wigs with lace fronts or standard caps that really look fantastic and so realistic, and they're so much fun. So these days wig companies have put a lot of science and a lot of effort into creating these really beautiful styles, really beautiful textures in the fibres, and they're so realistic, they're beautiful. Give them a go. But before you buy your first one, you may want to think about a couple of things. So there's synthetic wigs, such as the one I have on, and there's human hair wigs. Now, synthetic wigs have a style built into them, and when you wash that wig and you hang it upside down to dry, that style will come back. Now, a human hair wig, you need to style it the way you would your own hair, but when you wash it, that style is gone and you need to start from scratch. So that's something really important to consider. Also, synthetic wigs are a lot cheaper than a human hair wig. A synthetic wig, you can get a relatively good one from $70 upwards to maybe $500, $600, $700. But a human hair wig may cost you in the thousands for a really good one that looks realistic. The other thing is the synthetic wig will hold its style in humid weather, whereas a human hair wig in hot weather, in humid weather, that style may drop out. So that's something else to consider. The other thing to consider when thinking about purchasing a wig is, what do you want to look like? Do you want to have a style that is similar to the hair that you used to have or currently have? Or do you want something totally different? I recommend, if it's your first wig, perhaps purchase something that's close to what you're used to and then get used to it. And another tip is, before you put your new wig on, put some makeup on. It really helps. Once you're used to wearing a wig, you might want to get a little bit more adventurous. So then you could try a short style, a long style, a different colour, a different texture. There's so many fun things to do with wigs. Wearing a wig should be exciting and fun, and it should make you feel really good. The other thing to consider is your lifestyle. Are you a really active person? Have you got an active job or a lot of active sports? Or do you lead more of a quiet life? If you're very active, perhaps a shorter style wig will be better, because the longer style wigs can move around and get a little bit messy if you're doing a lot of physical activity. But there's also ways around to protect a long wig if that's what you want, and I'll have other videos on that. Another thing about lifestyle to consider when you're purchasing a new wig is, how much time do you have? If you don't have a lot of time, it's best to get a shake and go synthetic wig that you can just put on. If you have more time, you might want to consider a human hair wig or a longer wig, but there's a lot of variety. So another really important thing to do before you purchase that first wig is to go onto perhaps an online website where they are selling wigs. Look at a variety of wigs, choose some that you think that you would like, and then look on YouTube and watch as many video reviews on that wig as you possibly can. Another thing you can do is go to a wig boutique and have a trained person try a few styles on for you. You can see if it suits you, if you're comfortable with it, and get used to the prospect of wearing a wig in that way. Another really important thing to consider before you purchase that first wig is, when you are looking at an online shop, sometimes those stock photos of the wig have been pre-styled so that when that wig arrives to you, it's not going to look as it did in the stock photo. So that's when it's really important to look at a variety of reviews on that wig style and that wig colour on YouTube. Another thing to consider is those stock photos sometimes look really terrible. They don't represent that wig in reality. So in the photo it might look really bad. You think, no, I won't buy that. But actually when it arrives in the box, it's fantastic. So that's another reason to watch as many reviews on as many wig styles as you possibly can and wig manufacturers, so that you can develop a level of knowledge that's going to really help you in your selection of your new wig. The other important thing is to check the returns policy on any manufacturer that you purchase a wig from, so that if it arrives and you're not happy with it, that you can still send it back and get a refund. The other thing is, don't judge a wig straight away, because sometimes you need to play with them a little bit, just wear them around the house and just get used to the sensation and get used to the new look. After a little bit of time, you are going to love wigs, you are going to get addicted to wigs, and you are going to have a lot of fun. Your self-esteem is just going to increase so much. You are going to want to go out of the house looking great, feeling great, and having a great time. If you like this content or you have any questions, pop them down below and I will do my best to make a video on it for you. And I have a whole YouTube channel called Julie's Wig World with a lot of great information. And YouTube will have one of my wig reviews here for you to look at. Thanks for joining me on Julie's Wig World.